Shinji Kagawa arrived at Manchester United with the reputation of being an artist.
Kagawa! A goal on his home debut!
Highly skilled, his deft touch and eye for a pass ensured a burgeoning reputation from a young age. Able to create and score goals with equal panache, the Japanese maestro was the toast of Germany.
Shinji Kagawa! Coolly done in the end!
At Borussia Dortmund, he won back-to-back Bundesliga titles and, of course, followed that up with a Premier League winner's medal at the first attempt.
Shinji Kagawa is in for the hat-trick and gets his hat-trick!
But with great talent comes great expectation. Despite becoming the first Asian to score a hat-trick in England's top flight, United's number 26 was far from satisfied.
It was actually a tough time for me, with a lot going on in my head. But I'm not happy with my performance for the team at all. I didn't score that much, and I also had my injury. Despite that, it was great we won the league. I just don't feel that I achieved everything I wanted. For me personally, it wasn't a good season.
To hear that Kagawa considers his debut campaign a disappointment may seem surprising, but to those who know him well, it isn't.
Shinji has an important quality. He is always trying to make something happen. He never becomes complacent. He always wants more. That is a trait of his that I noticed from the start. He is always trying to add something else. That is really important for an athlete.
Over the last 20 years, American Tom Bayer has become one of the most respected grassroots coaches in Asia. He met Shinji when the United star was just 11 and immediately noticed a special quality in the youngster.
I'm basically a technical coach, so I have kids come out and demonstrate after I do some techniques or moves or feints. And he was one of the kids who raised his hand, came out. A lot of kids are very good technically, but they're kind of afraid to come out and demonstrate or be seen as a show-off.
Shinji was born in Tarumi. After an unsuccessful trial with local J-League side Vissel Kobe, he moved to Sendai and joined FC Miyagi Barcelona.
It was the most important period for me before becoming a professional footballer. I think if I didn't move to Sendai, I wouldn't have made it.
When I first saw him, he was so skinny and also very short. But right away, I could feel how much he loved football. I was really impressed with his attitude too. His contribution to the team was very good, and he would sacrifice his attacking instincts to help defend. When Cerezo asked for my report, I said that I had found a diamond in Sendai.
It's now 7 years since Akio Kogiku first spotted Kagawa on a scouting mission to FC Miyagi. On his advice, Cerezo signed up the 17-year-old, making him the first Japanese player outside the J-League youth system to pen a professional contract while still at school.
I thank him, as he found me and gave me an opportunity to become the footballer I am at the moment. He became the first team coach at the same time as I joined Cerezo Osaka. We were very close. He was possibly the closest person to me.
Shinji enjoyed a successful time in Osaka. In 2009, he was the second division's top scorer as the team won promotion to Japan's top tier. Journalist Alan Gibson has been reporting on the J-League since its inception and believes Kagawa is a rare commodity.
Japanese players, especially young Japanese players, are scared to fail. They won't shoot. They'd rather pass and pass the responsibility to someone else. Shinji wasn't like that, and he isn't now, is he?
As one of the bright lights of Japanese football, many expected Shinji to play in the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, but that summer he was dropped from the squad. Though asked to go along to the tournament anyway, the player had other ideas.
he was going to be one of what they call the alternates, and he was supposed to travel with the team, go over, maybe train, but wasn't going to suit up. And he turned it down. And he told everybody that he didn't want to go to the World Cup because he wanted to stay behind to start training, to get ready for his next big goal, which was going to Dortmund. So it's quite unusual.
He thinks ahead a bit more than other players. He thought about playing for a big club. He thought about the World Cup. He was already considering playing for a bigger club.
Kagawa's single-minded planning paid off. He hit the ground running, scoring on his first competitive outing, and continued his form during a successful league campaign that saw him win the first of his 2 Bundesliga titles.
Of course, I couldn't speak German, so that was tough at first. But I always felt my teammates were trying to understand me. They were really trying to get to know what kind of player I was.
It's clear to see what kind of man he is, determined to improve and, if necessary, forgo his post-Confederations Cup break this summer to ensure he's ready for pre-season training, a sacrifice that won't go unnoticed by new United manager David Moyes.
I always think that I must play well, and I always have an image in my mind of how I want to play, wherever the position. And whenever there's a tough time, whenever it gets difficult for me, I just train and look ahead to the future.